I'm playing this. He was tall and shadow casting the floor beside him. I'm playing hard and see hello. I already uploaded some of this to my TikTok, which is meant to get the deer. And if you're gonna go follow me, go do that. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna watch and see this. I don't know. Anyways. His shadow casting into the floor beside him as he walked down the steps carefully. One by one, the man walked, wincing whenever he had caused one of the metal steps to creak. This is a yaoi dating game, just to let you know. I think you have to be 18 plus to play this. I don't know. I didn't really read all of, look into it too heavily, but I assume you have to be of age to play it because it's a yaoi dating sim and there might be sexual themes. I don't know. Is he sneaking around? He might be, just to get away from his fans, yeah. Oh, by the way, this guy's some really famous actor in this world, so yeah. Not Adrian, this guy. This isn't Adrian, but this is the dude. Anyways. Adrian straightened himself up, craning his neck to get a better look at the man who was clutching his hood over his eyes. It was a poor attempt at hiding himself because Adrian could tell who the man was right away. Hilo, the man from the posters outside. Hilo looked from left to right and then repeated the motion. He was satisfied that no one of interest was around. Hilo let out a heavy sigh and placed his foot on the ground. His body grew rigid as Hilo veered from the exit and took a seat on the couch nearest to him. Now they're gonna talk. Nice. How just beautiful song. Huh? He lifted his head to glance. Anyways, to glance at the man who had turned his head only slightly to look at Adrian. Hilo's hands were clasped together by his lap. Okay. Crap, was he listening? That's kind of embarrassing. You're playing from the heart, right? It's a beautiful song, one of my favorites. Adrian raised his brow. It was hard to tell if the man was being sincere. Yeah, it's one of my favorites too. It's got a lot of emotion behind it. I play it sometimes when I'm nervous about something. He didn't know why he blurred this bit out. It was too late to retract the statement. To help get you through it. Yeah. It helped B so many times. It's gotta help me too. B is his sister, aka Brianna, who runs the Heart Agency. It's part of his family's business, his mom and dad's business, and then his sister's dating this guy called Sterling, or they call him Star for short. Anyways, yeah, continuing gameplay. I'm a little less nervous. I actually am, thanks. Today wasn't a terrible first day, not yet anyway. Adrian looked at the celebrity who had turned his whole attention from their conversation to the remote he had grabbed on the table in front of him. Adrian didn't know what to make of the conversation, though at least it had ended pleasantly. Hilo held the remote in his hands for a moment, as if debating whether or not he should turn the television on. Ultimately, the man chose to press the power button, and the low humming of voices on the TV filled the silence that was growing between the two men. Adrian straightened himself up and turned his attention to the television, ready to dissipate the awkwardness of the encounter. It had begun, and so quickly Hilo had shut it down. He was a peculiar man, or maybe Adrian was just a little intimidated. We just told him dated. He refused to believe it was the second option. Of course he did. A woman's shrill voice rang out of the television speakers. Growing as Hilo raised the volume, Adrian had recognized her as Gil Forrest with the Good Morning Show. All over the world's popular rising stars had made a home on that stage at least once in their careers. Was anything of substance to come out of the interviews held with Gail? Excuse me. Anyways, she discussed rumors that she knew the stars would never answer, but that the audience would be on the edge of their seats waiting for. And all Gail was really able to get out of her guests were half-hearted advertisements about upcoming movies, television shows, world tours, and the like. It's safe to say that Adrian hadn't much cared for the show, but hey, if it eased the tension in the room, he'd take it. Yeah. Good morning! It's not New Year's but there's a firecracker sitting next to me. Oh my god. And the blonde-haired male sitting beside her, he wore his hair in a low pulled back bun. A style choice that Adrian thought looked quite nice. Despite the man's perfectly postured smile, Adrian got the vibe that the celebrity was bored. Perhaps it was the dull look in his silver eyes behind his glasses when the camera zoomed in. Or the way his hands were idly placed on his lap, still like a statue. This is Elias Lowe. This is Elias Lowe. You may have seen him in those spicy trailers for Harley Quinn Harm, the new thriller movie taking the internet by storm. I see. With puppet masters, detectives, and serial killers, what more could the viewers want? I had to stretch out my arm. I keep on yawning. I'm a little tired. I don't know. Anyways, like I was saying, Gail looked to the audience as she spoke, and Adrian couldn't help but roll his eyes at her attempts to bait their applause. She was so over the top dramatic with her inflict. And who could honestly be into watching something like that? This began to truly roar when Elias opened his mouth to thank Gail for having him on the show. He does have blonde hair. Look at him. Look at this boy. Anyways, it's an it's an honor to be here, Gail. Thanks for having me. I'll try to give him a different voice. Anyways. After I talked to your brother last week, I just knew we needed to talk to you as well. I'll have amazing things to say about you. As he should.